Howdy pards, Mr. Holster here on this absolutely beautiful day. I tell you, it's been so long since we had a beautiful day like this up here, way up north near the Canadian border. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to have a great day today. The first day I get to shoot at my brand new steel targets, my AR 500 steel targets that I got from Hard Target. And I'll put a link down below to his site so you can go get yourself some steel targets from him if you want. He has the best deal on AR 500 steel targets out there. And of course, Gil, he's one of us. He's a great guy. Today, the first time I shoot at him, I agonized over what gun to use. I was going to use my SIG 1911, that carry model that I got about 6 months ago, and I refused to shoot it till I got the shooting range done. But I'm trying out that new frangible ammo, and I really wanted to start with the 9mm ammo, just mostly because it's cheaper. But I also wanted to start out by using a revolver, so yeah, you know what I'm going to use. And also, I'm going to mention right here that you might want to check out the Ruger Ranger. He's got a little video this weekend on Ruger's new SP101 in 9mm. But I'm going to be using the gun I started out carrying decades ago. Yeah, my Ruger Speed 6 in 9mm. What a great old gun. I thought, why not use one of the first guns you worked with on your new shooting range? Yeah, why not? So let's do a little shooting, see how that frangible ammunition works, and see if Mr. Holster can even hit the target. I'm going to also, if I got time, maybe give you a slow motion lesson on how to reload this thing. And I don't know how well I'll do to demonstrate to you. I'm not an instructor, but I am pretty darn good at doing stuff in slow motion. Everything Mr. Holster does is slow. Now that we have a full moon clip full of empty spent cartridges, I'm going to show you how I do a reload. There's a lot of ways to do a reload. This is the way I was initially taught, and Mr. Holster, he doesn't like to learn anything, so once I was taught this, I just decided that was good enough and left it at that. I'm going to do this in slow motion, which ought to be easy for you to see how to do it. I could probably do it in fast speed the way Mr. Holster normally would, because that's still going to be slow motion. But I'm going to slow it down even more so that you can get an idea what I'm doing. Here the gun is in my right hand. I take my left hand and I place it under the gun with my fingers on the back side of the cylinder, depress the cylinder latch with my thumb, push the cylinder open with these two fingers, and my thumb comes up on the ejector rod. I turn slightly downward, push the ejector rod, out comes the spent casings. I let the ejector go. I bring up the reload moon clip with 6 more rounds. I put it in and shut the cylinder, and there you go, I'm good to go. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing much of any evidence. I'm seeing more paint, I think, than anything. There's a little, it just kind of pulverizes, doesn't it? Into tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces. Definitely the frangible ammunition comes to pieces a lot more than a normal lead round would. So here, I'll let you see the rounds again. They're a 65 grain polymer copper, I guess you'd call it an alloy, bullet, and they're coming out at the barrel according to the box. I didn't bring the box with me, I can't show it to you, but I'll put it up on the screen. According to the box, they're coming out at 1,565 feet per second, really scooting for a 9mm. And it also says on the box that it has a low recoil, and it does. Very low. I thought it was even less recoil than a box of Winchester white box. Yeah. Very pleasant to shoot, And as you saw the evidence there, it apparently just pulverizes when it hits that target. And I hit the target every time. I just wanted to say that right now. Mr. Holster, I was only out at 30 yards, or 30 feet, not yards, wishful thinking. I was only out at 30 feet, but still I hit the target every time. And I want to make a point of that, because when you go and buy your steel hard target from Hard Target, do what I did. Get the biggest one he's got. Yeah, it's a lot easier to hit him. Even Mr. Holster can hit him. But at any rate, hit everyone, didn't lose anyone, and I see no remnants at all, except for those tiny, tiny little copper specks. I'm seeing nothing. So, very pleased with that. That's what I wanted, is a nice, safe round. Even though we're way up here in the middle of nowhere, way up north by the Canadian border, and with due respect to my Canadian viewers, yeah, you're shooting at Canada. Any rate, I'm happy. I'm just happy, period. I see I'm giddy because I'm happy. I got the range done. I love my steel targets. They're fantastic. And I love this gun, my Ruger Speed 6. And of course, if you watch my channel, you'll notice something different. Yeah, it came with 2 triggers when I originally got it, and I put the hammer spur, no, 2 triggers, 2 hammers when I originally got it. And I put the spurred hammer back on and took the spurless one off because, yeah, I retired this gun. Because I decided, I carried it all those years, it's a nice gun. It deserves to just lounge in the safe and only come out for recreational use down at the range. And of course I can do this. Right, Jack? Yeah, I can do it because I got that beautiful match champion you gave me, Jack. Oh, that's such a nice, that is probably the most accurate gun I've ever fired in my life. Jack, put that finger away. You are such a sore loser, young man. I do love that gun though. So anyways, I thought I'd shoot this one today with a 9mm, and thought I'd explain to you why I got that spur. Because yeah, Mr. Holster doesn't like spurs on his carry revolvers. No. And that's why I did that, because it's no longer a carry revolver for me. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Absolutely gorgeous day, and we had 0 all summer long practically, so I'm just going to enjoy this. And Jack and I are going to clean up our mess here and go back and relax at the dry bean. Thanks for tuning in, guys. You have a good weekend. Till next time, from Jack and Mr. Holster, go out and stay safe.